Hello everyone! Before I get into the meat and potatoes of episode 2, I want to go over one modification that I had to take out. We did find out that it does conflict with Empire of Man. Currently, Unique Landmarks is not compatible with Empire of Man, so we had to take it out. What it did is that it also edits a file called start pause or start position. Empire of Man relies on that file too. So whenever I played in episode 1, I didn't have any background income. Whenever you play a Total War game, they give you background income, usually like 2,500 gold. For Empire of Man, you get that income based on factional loyalty. So I had no extra income that I was meant to have by default. And not only that, it didn't allow events to trigger. So after I united Reichland, and whenever you do so too, you'll get a new event. So I wanted to go over the event as I got back to turn 8. All I have to do after this is go over to beat the Orcs again like we did at the end of episode 1, and then come back to Ilhard, and then I can begin on episode 2. Anyway, Nordland, the state of Marienburg. Not long ago, the wasteland was known as Westerland and was a part of the Empire. Nordland, laying claim to the city and wanting to take advantage of the new emperor, has petitioned the imperial throne to make a statement on the status of Marienburg and its independence from the Empire. What statement shall Karl Franz make? I could say, Westerland is a free people, I'll get 4,000 gold, or I could make a claim on Westerland. If we go look over here, we can see a bit more information. The choice of the people of Marienburg is theirs. A little bit of a typo there. And if they choose to be separate from the Empire, that choice is theirs to make. Then down here, the tribe of the Ingles were a party to the founding of the Empire. They are part of its people, and their secession at the behest of greedy merchants and an incompetent emperor was a tragedy for the entire Empire. They will be reintegrated into the Empire of Man by force if necessary. So if I choose number 1, it looks like Ostermark will like me a little bit more. Nordland will not. Down here, if we look at it, Nordland will like me a lot more, and Ostermark will be very angry. Well, Nordland is a bit closer to me, and I won't be able to trade with Marienburg, but I want to lay claim to Marienburg. I'm going to take it. I want that money. I'm Gelt, and I would like to go back home for a period of time. So we're going to go for that right now. Very good. Okay, when we're back, we'll be on turn 8, and the Orcs will be gone once again like they were at the end of part 1. Here I go. Welcome back to my Gelt campaign. We're getting ready to go after a little rebellion right by Altdorf. We're going to talk about Luther Huss in a little while, in addition to naming a few units in our army. We've got Swords of Damocles, over here the Hedgehogs, and the Golden Dragoons, and I believe there's a few more that I'll be naming in the future for our next part. So if you would like a name in here, it's a lot easier to get a unit name than it is to get a general name in. And if you would like to name any character, you can go over to my Discord link down below, where you can find a little channel dedicated to that called TW Characters. Okay, so as you know now, because I have all of my mods aligned correctly, I finally have my extra income coming in. Let's go look over here. Here is Ilhart. I want to upgrade it right now, though I could wait to upgrade Altdorf to tier 3. That might be a better idea. Orcs could come by, but that is okay too. Livestock pens are over here. What about if I used a edict? That would offer a new dilemma. For fun, why don't we try it out? Efficiency is key, and a unified front will provide a foundation to fuel the cogs of Empire. Dignitaries flutter like the wind, a new objective every night. Let's check it out. Well, I'm a bit curious because I've never used it before. Okay, Friends of the Empire. The Empire is a bastion of hope and courage in the center of the old world, but it is not alone. Throughout the world, allies of the Empire stand ready to aid our armies in driving back the forces of chaos and vanquishing the stain of undeath. But they must be persuaded to join us. Upon which of our allies should we focus our efforts? Okay, that's really good to know. It could be Bretonnia. Over here, the Dwarves. Kislev. Or the High Elves. Now that would be great for my infantry for 10 turns. Wow. Over here, that would make my artillery have more ammo. And the Dwarves would like me more. But I think I'm going to have to make a choice for right now, based on what would benefit me the most. I don't want dwarves attacking me readily, but that would allow me a chance to trade a bit more. Maybe I want their gold. Okay, let's go for Kislevite vodka rations. That's a lot more power. Imagine me going to go find a battle now. It's gonna go pretty well. Okay, in 1 or 2 turns, we'll go after our quest battle. So we'll be doing that early on. Time for me to upgrade that building over here. And actually, you know what? Instead, I'm gonna take up my guardhouse right now. My growth is currently at 120. That's really good, even though I do have a penalty of 20 because of my high taxation. I believe it's now time for me to end my turn. Yeah, let's do it. If I go after Marienburg without a Casus Belli, some event to say, hey, look, you can go fight them, you have a just cause to war, then other factions are going to be quite angry with me. Anyway, Golden Dragoons, these are Gelt's outriders. During the early days of France's rise of power, he told the Supreme Patriarch, Gelt, that he wanted him to help him reunite his empire. Gelt took to the fields of battle, soaking them in blood and sweat, grinding down the rebels of the Emperor. In those days, it was difficult to build a formidable army, thus Gelt relied heavily on volunteer units whose hearts were purely devoted to the Empire. Among these were the first Imperial Outriders. These cavalrymen were the keystones in Gelt's early wars against the rebels, often going off on their own around the field to flank and crush their opponents with volley after volley of gunfire. Because of their loyalty and success, Gelt issued each rider a set of golden pistols. And gold is a soft metal, but this wasn't any ordinary gold. These weapons were infused with arcane power, meaning the gold within the barrel would melt away with every shot. Infused with arcane power, you have a pretty mighty weapon at that point, and we have more to the story, but we'll talk about that later. But that is really the gist of it. Yeah, they're right over here. The Golden Dragoons. Alright, let's move on. I should probably recruit more, but I feel like I've got enough men to win any battle that I want. Now it's time for me to go over here to upgrade that to a livestock pens. Larger cattle farms have more land and better, more permanent housing for the animals they keep. What else do we have over here? Here is Ilhart. Alright. I don't want to upgrade it yet because I'm trying to upgrade my capital, which I'll be able to do in one more turn. Very good. Okay, while we're here, why don't we go over to that quest battle where it will only cost me 500 gold to move. Those that would break away from the rule of the Emperor are nothing but tenacious. They have sent a request for assistance to their allies in the north, and this appeal has been answered with covert detachments of men. Our spies have revealed the massing of a military force in the Bloodpine Woods. Take the fight to them before they can grow into an army. I could do that. Yeah, let's do that right now. I'll get a wizard. Now because I have Gelt, I don't need another wizard in my army. So what I can do, I could have my wizard level up on the campaign map, which I think should be a pretty good idea. Anyway, the Golden Dragoons remain by Gelt's side to this day, trusted as true men of the Empire and the hardiest of warriors, delivering golden signatures of their lord with every shot of their handguns. Well, in this case, it would be their rifles, so we'll just change up that story to fit their rifles and not, you know, handguns. That would be used by a pistol corps group. Pistoliers. Alright, so now we know about their backstory. Yeah, someone did kind of make a ad hoc type of unit painter. It's really nothing like you would get in-game, but it's really cool that you can change your colors now. A lot of Warhammer games that are put out usually have a type of painter, and I really hope we get one in here one day. That to me is ideal. And I would love to be able to customize my custom characters. I mean, even that would be very, very cool. Okay, let's go look at what we're doing right now. So we can see right now that they have a very small detachment. After I beat them, I'm sure enemies will come in, if I remember correctly. So my goal is to have some infantry come over here to easily take down the mortar and the Hellstorm rocket batteries. Then I want Gelt and Luther to go after their leader. After that, I just want my infantry to destroy their own infantry. Usually I would have let my greatswords be on the front lines, but this time I'm going to let them do that. We're going to keep a rather dense formation. We want to make sure that we can hit every enemy target. There we go. I'm going to have all of you over here. That's going to be my front lines for right now. I'm going to have 3 of you move over here. I'm going to have all of my range units right behind them. They're going to go into guard mode. My mortar will be over here too in guard mode. I won't need it right now. Okay, I'm gonna group all of you up. Luther and Gelt, you'll be with my greatswords. Outriders, you're gonna move away. Or Golden Dragoons. And I do believe we're now ready. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna shift over just a little bit. Very good. We're gonna begin the battle. And let's charge in because I feel like my units would know their targets in the very beginning of a fight. So let's begin to move. Each one of them gets a target. Well, come over here. Go after these guys. Outriders, I want you to move over here. You'll go into guard mode. I want all of you to kind of just rotate. If you hold down Alt and Control, you can rotate like that. So I wanted to show you how to do that. Yeah, so we're just going to move them over here right now. And Gelt, you need to go after their general. The battle is now beginning. I do have a new graphical mod where our units look much, much better. It's in my collection. It's all updated in my collection, linked down below. But look at how cool we look. I will say, the rebels look a little bit cooler, and I'm mad about it. And that's why we're actually killing them. Because they look too cool. Alright, let's go after these crossbowmen now. I could just charge in. You know what? I'm going to charge in right now. Let's go kill them. Good work, Gelt. All of you are moving up. I want you to run. Come on now. I probably don't need your help that much. But here comes the Golden Dragoons. Even in melee, they strike hard and true. For Gelt. I mean, the Emperor. My bad. Okay, Gelt and Luther, are you taking out their leader? You are indeed doing that. We do have unbending righteousness. It gives everyone more leadership. Not that we need that right now, but we have the option. We want to use it. I don't think I need a lot of help here, but a little bit wouldn't hurt. Let's move up. Just a wee bit. Okay, the crossbows are gone. We have entangled all of their artillery. We have ambushed all of them. It feels good to finally be on the giving end of that. Let's use a fireball in this guy. Yeah, that would be nice. Come on, go after their leader. Make sure that you're attacking their leader. I hope that he's going to launch that fireball. I'm about to get rid of more of his armor. Because if he takes on any of my leaders one by one, we're not going to have a good time. Ah, there we go. Now they're done for. Okay, Outriders, come over here. I only lost one so far. Now let's begin to go after spearmen nearby. Oh, very good. That leader of theirs is having an awful, awful time. You can see he only has 45 armor right now. That isn't a lot of armor. Okay, great swords, move away. I don't want you getting caught in the friendly fire. You can come in later. Okay, just go after their leader. Between all the archers and everyone else, I believe we'll be okay. The battle is staying stationary for a moment. We're attacking their crews. The crews are defending their valuable pieces of equipment, but they're not going to keep it. I could hide again to meet them, that is true, but I usually go meet them out anyway because I choose to. I now have a mortar attacking them. Okay, group 2, let's move you over here. We've won. Isn't that great? We've won. Okay, Gelt and friends, come over here. The rest of you, what am I going to do with the rest of you? First off, I'm going to have all of you move over here to block them off. Great swords, you too. I've got my range units moving in as well. Outriders, if you want to move up now. And I've got a pretty decent buff for my weapon strength and everything else as well. Ooh, decent attacks. Good work. Okay, get that pistol core. I've already lost another mortar. I feel like the misfire chance is a little bit higher than 5%. Alright, let's go focus on these guys. They caught me while I was moving. They caught me while I was moving. Yeah, don't do that. Just kind of move back a little bit. Gelt and Luther, come on. Let's go take out these blasted pistoliers. Okay, the 3 of you are going to hold position. I need all of my range units to now fire at these pistoliers. We can easily and quickly kill them if we're careful enough. And we might be. We might be. Mortar, thank you for your help. Okay, let's come over here now and debuff our enemies. That's one enemy debuffed. Now they have no armor at all. As you can imagine, early on, that could be so very powerful. Alright, we got him. I'm going to move these archers over here now. Crossbows, I want you over here. I'm going to shoot them rather than use anything else. There's 14 left, I get it. Oh, hold on. Wow, look at that. They are tenacious, aren't they? They actually have their artillery crews coming back. Now that I did not anticipate. I thought they would just be gone. Oh no, they're coming to bother me. I understand, and I'm coming back. I laugh about it, but my men are having to pay for that, aren't they? Alright, come over here and attack these spearmen. Come over here and attack those spearmen. You two just kind of stand nearby. I'm going to have my great swords and my halberds come after their leader. I feel like together they can easily beat them. My outriders are coming in too. They're going to take out these guys. Here they come. Nice artillery attack. I applaud you. That's what I get for not trying to rout them right away. So I'm going to take a few extra lumps, but if you remember, my replenishment is so high that I'm not really concerned about that. I'm way too strong to really care about that. Alright, time to get rid of your armor, at least a bit of it. Okay, now they're done for, and I'm gonna kill all of you now. Even though my replenishment is high, doesn't mean I don't have to be punitive. I want to be punitive. Okay, that misfire is really crushing me. Alright, so we're gonna end that battle now. We've won the battle. It's a close victory. I disagree with that. I think we had it well under control. We lost only 336 men. They lost many more. They're done for. They tried to attack me in secret and it did not work out. The Swords of Damocles, the champions of the Imperial Army, greatsword regiments are a powerful tool in the arsenal of any general, and Gelt welcomed the addition of them to his fledgling army, well aware that his gift here from the new emperor was both a gift and a warning. The Swords of Damocles were a regiment famous for holding the city of Altdorf for no reason other than to enforce the will of the emperor when dealing with errant or dangerous mages, and their gold gilded blades have parted the heads from the shoulders of more than one wizard gone astray. Whoa. It's pretty intense. Okay, time for me to gain some more gold. I'm not going to replenish, I don't need to. Confident attacker, very good. I now have a sword of striking and a new wizard. We'll need a name and backstory for him later. Oh, and I did see that one of my scribes did mention John Furenberg. We'll talk about that later. If you know my previous Imperial Let's Play, you know all about John Furenberg. Okay, what am I going to pick up now? I think I'm going to pick up the Golden Hounds. I would like to do some more damage in a large area. Ah, hello, a Celestial Wizard, okay. Well, you get to come down here, my friend. You'll go scout things out for me. Okay, now that we've done that, I don't want to move into the town. We're about to have a new rebellion. If I could raid, I would. Cruel, I know. I'll take one group of pistoliers. If I go after Marienburg, I'm going to need more infantry, but that's what I have for right now. You know what? Let's do it. I feel like Free Company Militia will change things up for me. I like my crossbows a lot, so I don't want to get rid of them. And we're going to end our turn right now. Yeah, let's do that. After we go look at the dwarves. I do have military access. Okay, good. So I do have it everywhere. That means I can defend other counties, which I might end up doing. Wissenland, would you like to trade? No, you would not.
King Llewellyn,
let
the supplicant come forth. Never.
I'll try to work on that in the future. One day they might change their minds. The dwarves are beginning to like me a little bit more. But it's still not really working out. Everyone is much stronger than I am currently. I thought I was pretty strong. Evidently, I am not. Let's end their turn. Okay, flesh-eating hedgehogs. Or I just called them the hedgehogs because I didn't have room. A loyal and merry band of country bumpkins. They were supposed to be called Fleischer's Eagles. Due to poor translation and thick accent, the name stuck. They once inhabited the lush woodland between Grunberg and the Grey Mountains. Each and every one of them has seen their homes, hamlets, and villages raided by greenskins, their livelihoods stolen by goblins, friends eaten by beastmen, or other types of rebels, where they were press-ganged into service. All were pining for the good old days, when men were men and ye could tell imps from imps. That prompted an ad hoc militia to form and start practicing warfare with their tools. Led by a minor noble called Roten Fleischer, they set out with a song on their lips and dreams of heroism in their heads, empty bladders and full bellies to punish the man they blame for all injustice in the world. Helmut Ludenhoff. That's a great backstory, man. Okay, here we go, some lore. Pistoliers are young nobles who are not yet old or experienced enough to test their spurs in battle or join one of the knightly orders. However, the clarion call to arms pounds strongly in the veins of these youths, and many cannot wait to march to war and prove themselves in the glorious field of combat. Some spirited young nobles may gather their friends and form regiments of pistoliers on their own, but most join the ranks of the Pistol Corps, a military organization funded by the Emperor, the Engineer School, and sponsored by several knightly orders. Here, the nobles learn about horsemanship and war from the outrider. Grizzled veterans paid by the knights to train their sons. Most of the young men who survive their time in the Pistol Corps go on to join a knightly order and put the skills and scars they have earned to good use as a fully armored knight. Then we have Free Company Militia. Whilst state troops form the mainstay of the Empire's military forces, its armies are often bulked out by ad hoc regiments of militia who are recruited willingly or not to fight as and when required. No one can foretell how many will turn up at a muster or what their fighting quality will be. After all, these irregular troops receive no formal training or discipline. Many militias are formed of townsfolk and villagers levied from the local countryside, brave men standing ready to defend their homes and families against the monsters and beasts that constantly threaten them. Other militias are bands of mercenaries, bandits, or other curs used to living by the strength of their sword arm, hired or pressed into service. And we have a new right, Imperial Steel. I now need to get iron. I'll read that later whenever we can get iron and complete that mission. Okay, so we are going to wait here. I don't want to make things any happier. We'll go after enemies later. Helm Guard, I want that to be tier 2. I could use a rally field. On hearing the call to muster, it is to the rally field the regiments will gather. And then I want over here at Helm Guard. Okay, I'm still waiting to grow a little bit more. That's okay. Now we can end our turn again. Albrecht gets to move over here.
Step to it.
Alright, so on my following turn, I'll be able to use him against all these orcs nearby. I wish that was a Casus Belli enough. It's a rather complicated one, but if I could fight Marienburg early on, that would be great. I could take on their garrison or I could take on their army. If I try to fight both, I will lose the battle. As you saw in that little rebel battle, they did a lot to me. They did a lot. Anyway, in the early years of Sigmar's, or not Sigmar's, but Karl Franz's reign, a boy showed up at a Sigmarite monastery near Weissenberg. No one knew of his past and he wouldn't divulge any information. He stated his name and said he wanted to learn how to fight chaos. He grew into a mighty warrior and a very uncompromising priest. He would leave his home and go on to find enemies to fight and preach the word of Sigmar. His first test was in Weismund, a small town by the edge of Drakewald Forest. He found that a herd of beastmen attacked the town and were coming back. He joined up with all of them in their defense of their home and slaughtered countless beastmen. They fled before him in terror. When they fled, he chased them down. 3 days later, he came back covered in blood and exhausted. And he had the shaman's head and his hands. Many thought that he was dead, but no, he did come back. He rose through the ranks of the cult of Sigmar quickly and was chosen to join the delegation representing his order at the Sigmarite Council in Altdorf. He was troubled by their political focus and bickering. He would denounce all of them, and when told to apologize, he said no and would exile himself, and now he hunts down not only chaos, but any corrupt priesthood, or priest in the priesthood as well. Which is why many Arch-Electors, or the 2 Arch-Electors, are ticked off with him and want him gone, but Volkmar, the Grand Theogenist, or the Battle Pope, knows better, and they let him stay. Okay, let's go look real quick. I've got a mission issued. They want me to go after the Skull Smashers again, and they will like me more if I do that. It's funny because I can't get over there. Here we go. I did steal some technology. Now he's level 2. Harmonic Convergence. What a great buff. I love that buff. It's a really good buff. Oh, I did move into town, didn't I? So I've got one more turn to wait still. That's okay. We're also building up our lands too. Okay, I'm gonna take right now Hammer of Sigmar. Then later we're gonna probably work. That's level 9, huh? Do I need all of these? I don't believe I do. Yeah. Chosen of Sigmar. That's a lot of damage. Well, why don't we go to hard to hit? You take way too much damage. I could instead opt to give you a Warhorse. For speed and charge bonus, I mean, that would be good, but let's wait until we give you more melee defense, and then maybe I will do that. Okay, Ilhart, then again, you are only rank 1. Well, if I lower my taxes, I won't make as much money. I don't want to do that right now. Let me go look over here. I can get more policies later. I should probably keep on doing this whenever they crop up. But it will certainly be a different campaign. I'll have to carefully think about where I want to wage war. Because of the fact that I have counties to take care of, if I attack them, I'll be in trouble, which means we're going to call a war council at the end of our episodes. I'm not really sure how to generate a casus belli outside of waiting for direct events to pop up. Oh, they're destroying the orcs, okay. That would be a rather fortuitous time for me to attack them, but again, without a casus belli, every other faction in the Empire will be angry with me. Calls of Errantry with Paravon. If we were to fight Bretonnia, that could be a decent fight. I would make a lot of money. Would it be difficult? Yes, but if I beat them before they get Grell Knights, it wouldn't be as difficult. I've got a lot of anti-large. They have a lot of bowmen. Bowmen are deadly, but I've got my own bowmen as well. Theirs might be better, I'm not too sure. I guess we'll find out, all in due time. Okay, let's get ready for another big fight. Stirland Beer Tariffs, a new event from Empire of Man. Stirland has petitioned the Imperial Throne to remove the tariff on Dwarven beer and Bretonnian wines. The Averlanders, whose lands all Dwarven beer passes through to reach the Empire by land and who produce the majority of brew within the Empire itself, have been avid enforcers of the tariff and would be angered by its removal. What should the Emperor do? Well, I want Averland to like me. I'm gonna have that work out. Averland's brewing industry is fragile, and to open it to foreign competition now would be economically damaging to the province. So we'll do that. I'll have to work on Stirland later. I might make like a little notepad with all of my loyalty notes. Alright. Let's go look over here. We're not ready to go fight. Let's go do it. Easy enough to auto-resolve. It's great training for me. And now I get to make more money by doing that. Okay, we should be happy for a period of time. Oh, Vorn Thukenheim. He's a really cool guy. Looks cool too. Alright, time for me to move along. We're going back to Ilhart. At level 9, what can I do? Well, I can travel wherever I want. Until I get a casus belli to attack Marienburg, I might have to be kind. I'm sure things will begin to escalate, but I'll need to build defenses at Ilhart if I handle that. Let's go pick up Hold the Line for right now. That's more leadership and melee defense. Here we go, Altdorf, rank 2. For now, let's focus on trying to grow even faster. I would like to grow even faster. I've got fields over here. I've got a rally field as well. And you get to help me out. We'll try to keep on instilling technology. That didn't work out, did it? Yeah, right now we're working on state-issued infantry armor. That means we get 10 more armor. So my infantry would have 69 armor. A very sexy amount of armor. Yeah, my goal is to wait for them to give me any reason to declare war on them. When I do that, I'll have to ambush one of them, then I can move in to attack Marienburg, and you can see that that shouldn't be too difficult for me to go after. I could have said opt to move on to the east. If I do that, I'll have to go fight the Vampire Count, so I could defend the Empire. The goal is a little bit different now. The goal is to benefit the Empire as a whole, not just myself. They haven't really moved out of their lands yet. I wonder if they can, and if they've tried. I don't really know. We could also raid or destroy a few coastal locations up north, but that means I would have to fight them from then on. They do hate me a lot, so that is likely and possible. Okay, now time for me to end my turn. There's another choice. I could declare war on Bretonnia and move in here. That is before chaos comes down. When that happens, I'll have to move to the front lines and go help out my people. That's why I'm glad I have a very high replenishment rate. That way I can fight and then heal up quickly in their lands. I feel like I would be able to mash troops quickly whenever I lose some in the Empire. I mean, that's really what keeps their war spirits high, is that they're fighting against supernatural threats. It's not like they're just fighting each other all the time. They were for a long time, but I might near it. I could preemptively go after them and just take their town. If I go after their town alone, that'll be a lot easier for me. I could take it in one go. I would need to climb on their walls, and that's really deadly too. I might have to do that. Even though other factions would be quite angry with me, I could even cause a civil war. But then again, I am Gelt, I'm not the Emperor. Maybe I'm a little bit less interested in trying to unify than I am trying to profit. I don't know what events will pop up to deal with Marienburg, though. I have no idea. Okay, here we are again. I've got money. I wish I had more money, though. Ilhart, let's get you over there. Come over here. Okay, so we're looking at 3,911 for my income. The orcs are holding on. Alright, he did it again, level 4. It's 2 levels. What am I going to give you? I'm going to give you Wind Blast and Curse of the Midnight Wind to debuff our foes in combat. And I think I'm going to move over to the edge of the border here. If I attack them, they'll have 2 armies coming after me, one led by Edward van de Crow, who's now level 3, that was quick. I could turn you into the Treasurer or a Spy Master. No, you'll stay where you're at for right now.
The Empire.
I do like trade treaties.
Come in peace. No.
They just do not want it. Okay. They refuse any type of relation with me. I'm not sure why that is. I wonder if I need events for that or if I just need a lot more relations with them for trade to initiate. I'll have to find out later. Man, look at how tiny I look, but I have a very cosmopolitan area. We are the capital of the Empire, and we're at a nexus point with all the rivers throughout the Empire. There's meant to be a lot of rivers throughout the Empire. There's Marienburg again. I wonder if they'll finally destroy it. Nope, they're going back. Shoot. I would love to have a cause to war. Oh, look at that. A Dwarven clan is now declaring war on Marienburg. If they take it, I get to fight them without any type of issue. I would try to later travel through Bretonnia to go fight them. If there's ever a war and you have to cross into their lands, I feel like they should give you a higher chance to like pay for your access or whatever. Going, hey, I've got an enemy to fight. I'm not here to fight you. I can understand that could still be kind of compromising foreign troops in your own land. Nobody really wants that at all. But we're meant to be kind of friendly. At least a little bit. Okay, let's come over here. I'm gonna level you up big time, buddy. Level 5. There goes a lot of my money doing that, but it's a great way for him to just boost up. Let's make it cheaper and give him a better chance to succeed. Okay, so I can't do too much with that right now. People are fairly happy in the Empire. I'm gonna raise up my taxes once again. I don't like having them so low. It doesn't make me feel great. Alright. Again, the vampire counts are not destroying any one location. It looks like they're potentially losing the war because if you look at it, they can't even convert things. I mean, the moot, I don't know what's doing it, but something is really converting them down quickly. And I like it. Okay, so I do need iron. And to get that, I need to try to figure out who to trade with.
So, the Empire.
Do any of you have any trade goods yet?
Yes.
Do any of you have iron? Oh, you have iron. I could use that for my quest.
Who displease me do not live to tell of it.
Oh, shoot. You don't want to trade, do you? No, you do not. She doesn't want to trade. Okay, let's end our turn again. We're still waiting here. Oh, I don't know if I accidentally moved into their lands. I may have. Okay, good. I'm not trespassing yet. I don't want to. I'm waiting to see what might change up real quick. Because again, things are a little bit different. We're not just here to declare war willy-nilly. I've got to carefully think about what I do, which means there might be a few points where I have to pass turns in order to get by. So we're going to figure that out and see how everything pans out for the lot of us, and it should be okay. Well, not now, because we have another army here. At the very least, I get to develop my own lands. I wonder if I raid, would other factions be mad at me? I don't usually do that, but I might try raiding. I'd very much like to go fight the Orcs. I mean, even if they don't want me to fight the Orcs, I kind of want to go do that. I might even hold it. I normally wouldn't try to hold it because it would be a financial sink because it's not really my climate. Though I have been kind of wanting to get that mod to make all climates viable because I find that it's not really a fun restriction. It's really close. I don't think being in a hold for humans would be that bad. Even to hold as like a garrison or something. Man, he is leveling up quickly. I better keep him alive. I'll take that. Uranan's Thunderbolt. Alright, if I do that. How many other factions will be angry? You're fighting 2 factions right now. They hate you a lot. You don't like me either. I'd very much like to fight you. Yeah, I think I might wanna make some extra money. Hi there. I'm here to cause issues. Now, will other factions be angered with me for that? They condemn my great power. Really? They condemn my great power? Okay. And maybe I do want a civil war. That might be interesting. Altdorf is about to be level 3. We're nearly done with that as well. Glad we fought that quest battle, or we wouldn't have had one yet. I don't know where the beastmen are at right now. They're around to somewhere. If they come to any of my towns, I've got to move back quickly to try to defend any one location. But Ilhart and Altdorf are now finally upgrading. We've got a public order issue. I can always change it in the future, but for now I'm trying to make more money. I'm trying to save up my money in case I need to upgrade anything quickly. Kron is currently moving back home. It's a lot of horse archers. That's why fighting Britannia wouldn't even be a bad idea. I think it would be a costly idea, and if anyone else attacked me, then it would be a bad idea, but it would be a great way for me to get some land that is viable for my people. And look at that. What's he doing? Okay, so you're moving back. You've got a huge army, though. They're so wealthy. They only own 2 locations. I mean, I don't really own that much more, I guess. I just want, like, some dynamic event that lets me go after them. But, yeah, I might go after the Orcs for now. That might be getting rid of one threat for them, but it would be good training for me. And that's really what I'm concerned with too, is training for me. I haven't been able to find that one mod that only gives skill points every, like 2 every 5 levels. I don't want anything else but that one, so I might have some people help me find it. It's been easy for me, but right now there's a lot of extra mods that are on the workshop, so it's a little bit more to kind of tangle through. Here we go, more armor. Plus 10. Look at all that armor. Wow. Plus 10. Well, I mean, it's only because of my vodka rations. Here we go. Imperial taxation. Alright, tribute from the Electors. Gold flows in from each Elector state to fund the Imperial army and facilitate the running of its courts and embassies, but how much of the Electors' tribute makes it into the treasury of the Empire, something which changes season by season, ebbing and flowing with the mood of the counts. Oh, really? Okay. If they have higher loyalty, they will be more diligent and productive in their tax collections. But if they rebel or fall to the force of evil, they would no longer support the imperial throne. I see. Not getting really any border news yet. I guess I can like give it back to them. I hope there's like events to trigger that. I'm going to assume there is. Otherwise, I believe I do have that region trading mod, which hopefully won't cause any crashes whenever I use agents. That was an issue before. So if there's like a little blip, you know why. Oh, look at that. He causes fear when fighting the greenskins. And now we get sleight of hand. Good, good. We can steal more technology for research. Let's go look over here. Let's go pick up... Hold on. State troop sergeants. I think I would rather get more damage going. State issued weapons. Although the cost falls to each individual soldier, it is expected that all will use standardized equipment. Okay.
The Empire.
Let's come over here real quick. We're still making money. Edward, I know you're angry. Get over it. Okay, I would like to upgrade a few things around here. Let me look around first. A smithy would be great. I admit that. I would like to upgrade a few locations to tier 3 because I would like to have my walls but also other buildings as well. So we're going to upgrade that to tier 3. I don't have a lot of money, but let's do that right away. I'm not going to build any of these lower tier buildings for now. Except over here, I do want my paved roads. So we're going to take that. That's going to give me more growth. Not only that, I'm going to be able to move a little bit further. That's very important for me. Okay, let's end our turn now. We're only on turn 16. We're going on to turn 17. Again, I don't know what future events will pop up. I wonder if the orcs will fight me, and I might even be winded from all the raiding I'm doing right now in Marienburg. I'll check later if that causes any issues with my neighbors. If it does not, I will continue to raid over in Marienburg until they want to declare war on me. I wonder if they declare war on me, if I provoke them enough, then I won't have any type of diplomatic issues. I'll go, oh, they threw the first punch. Look at them. They did it, not me. I am really worried about that army moving down here and attacking me afterwards. Those two armies would be able to easily crush me. Vorn is kind of watching me, and I don't like it. Oh, very good. The dwarves got one of their agents, and they have many agents too. Alright, so we're gonna go after probably 1 or 2 orcs here and there. I might even move in and try to ambush any of them. Oh, here we go, here we go. What? They have an Arachnarok spider already? Dear God. That should be fun. We're gonna be winded. Oh, I don't like that. But there we go. Okay, now that we're here, how should we handle the battle? I was wondering if I should edit out loading screens, but I did mention that before. If enough people wanted me to do that, I could certainly do that. That way we can get straight into the battle. I did try it just right there. That way you can see what it's like to be right into the battle. Okay. If I look at it, I don't like this battlefield at all. If I take the high ground, it won't really matter because I can't defend a hill. Okay, if I defend this hill right here, that looks really good, right? But they could easily attack me from over here, here, and over here. In fact, the AI does like to do that. So, what would happen? All of my infantry would be engaged. I wouldn't be able to properly flank my foes either, which is really bad. So what I want to do, I want to use natural terrain or even the God-given line of, I don't know, limiting. I could use that too. So if I deploy over here, I could at least be on one side where I'm not having to worry about all of that mess. I could fight in the woods, but I do have a lot of ranged units that I need to use in the battle. So here's what we're gonna do. We'll want to move quickly. Mortars, you're gonna wait over here. We'll be pretty close to the reinforcements, but I'm not too worried about that. Spearmen, I want all of you over here. That'll be wave number 1. I want the rest of you nearby. Right back over here. Ranged units, I'm gonna move you in later. Free Company Militia, you'll be back here. Yeah, you'll just all be back here together. Pistoliers and Outriders, I don't want you wandering off. I want you to stand still and to be able to shoot. Otherwise, I would use you for skirmishing. But for now, no, I don't want that. Okay, Infantry, you'll be here too. We just want to be able to move quickly all together. I've got a lot of cheap units and I do have a lot of armor, but it doesn't really matter because we're fighting a bunch of crazy orcs. Okay, here we go right now. Let's go begin the battle. I'm gonna lock my formation. I did already. Let's move right over here. And now we can really begin to mess up our enemies. Okay. I think I want all of my range units to be right here for right now. Go into guard mode. Free Company Militia, I'll bring you in later. The goal is for them to attack me initially. That way I can blob them all up so I can shoot them. They're orcs, I want to shoot them a lot. Okay, I think I got everyone. Oh, they do have that spider. I forgot about that. That really isn't going to be easy for me. I don't want anyone to chase after my foes right now. Just wait here. Okay, just wait here right now. Oh, no. That enemy I won't like. Okay, what I'll do, I'll back him up a little bit. That way my range units have more room to maneuver around. I'm nearby, so we're going to have a little bit more melee defense too. 33. How many? Okay, they have 32 as well. Oh boy. That's a lot. Okay, if I can kind of move into the middle, use a fireball, I might be able to do some big damage to the orc war boss who's coming up. I want to go do that. Okay, Mortar, I want you to go after their archers for now. Or whatever you can. There we go. Okay, that did a decent amount of damage. Very good. Here comes a lot of them. And that's what I'm talking about. They're coming in now to come bother me. So I'm going to come over here now and hold position. I want to go after their arrow boys. Let's go after their arrow boys right now. If we can. I don't know if they'll move or not. Oh, they're moving. Okay, never mind. We can't get all of them to go after their arrow boys. Okay, Gelt and Huss, let's go after their war boss right now. He's very strong. We want to kill him early on. He's already beating poor Gelt. Yeah, I knew that I'll take some damage, but just deal with it. Just deal with it. Come over here and attack a little bit. Use your mortar. Hit wherever you want, I guess. For now. That can change up later. Okay. The big spider isn't coming in yet. Free Company Militia, I kind of want you guys over here. I want you to form up. Great Swords, I want you to move over here too. We're going to break these orc boys. Or try to. I really want to destroy all the arrow boys. I mean, that's really what I want to get rid of. And now, it looks like the war boss is currently gone. That's really what I wanted, for that war boss to be gone. Okay, be careful, be careful. Let's go shoot these enemies now. Whenever the spider comes down, then we can go after them. Great Swords, go in and fight. Free Company Militia, I want you to kind of get ready. Come over here. The rest of you, just kind of move back a little bit. Swordsman, I can move you in too, I suppose. Come over here and hold. Come over here and hold. Crossbowmen, are you still attacking their archers? You are. You're in guard mode, so I know you won't move too much. Okay, let's go after the spider now. Oh, we have to. Hold on, hold on. We gotta go after the spider. Come over here real quick. That's really going to destroy a lot of my units. We did some damage to the spider now. Good. Oh, who moved up? My archers did? Okay, yeah, they need to move back. So let's move back my archers right now. Move back. Had you in guard mode. You should have been behaving, but you chose not to. Yeah, kill the arrow boys. Let's go look at what things are like right now. So what I can do, I can begin to fire at these orc boys on this flank and just shoot them right now. You two, I want you two to go after the spider. Let's go shoot the spider because we need to. That spider's got to go away. 43 kills already. Dear God. I'm going to die if I don't get every range unit to go after that blasted spider. I need a few more infantry units to go in too to go die for me in glorious combat. And I'm going to diminish your armor. After that, I'm going to use another Searing Doom right in the middle of their formation. It won't do like a lot of damage, but it'll do a little bit. With my Outriders, I might be able to break it down quickly, but my poor Spearmen are dying. They're not going to be here for much longer if I don't hurry up and focus on one target, which is the spider. Doesn't matter what else we do as long as we kill the spider. Well, no, I mean, everything does matter, but... Come over here. Now, I don't want you to move too far in. The only problem with his animation set is that he moves in really, really deep, and I don't want him to do that. Okay, back into what we're doing now. Free Company Militia, I know that you're under attack. Let's try to kill a few more of them. Try your best to stay alive for now, so I can break more of them. I know it's going to be a fairly difficult fight. Pistoliers, come over here and help out. You don't have armor piercing, so you might as well move back. Outriders, oh, the spider's dead. We killed it. That's great. Let's come down here now and help out. Pistoliers, I want you to move a little bit more too. Crap, here comes more orc boys. That I didn't want. Go shoot a few more things. Or move back a little bit. I don't really know what I want you to do yet, so I haven't decided. Oh, I've got one group that isn't really fighting very much. We can bring them back. Let's go bring them back. We need some help back here. Come over here real quick. Nope, don't let them charge at you. Alright, so what do I want to have happen right now? I want to go after their archers for one. Let's do that. Mortar, I want you to attack right over here in the middle of their formation. I think that's a great idea. You'll get a lot more kills. Go take out their leader. Oh, are they shooting at me? That's what they're doing. Okay, I was wondering what they were doing. Now I know they were shooting at me the entire time, trying to kill Gelt right away. So we're going to move. I'm going to use another... Actually, use Golden Hounds right in the middle. I doubt we'll get a lot of kills. The magic doesn't seem to be very powerful, but we'll try anyway. Mortars, you go attack where you need to. Spearmen, great work. Now, my other mounted units, I want them to move over here because we can shoot up these orcs quickly. If I can get them into position, they can shoot up orcs quickly. Pistoliers are getting a lot of damage. There's some Golden Hounds now eviscerating my foes. Okay, that war boss is now gone. I think I want to debuff some more enemies. I want to hold my front lines, but man, we're having a tough time with that, aren't we? I've got a lot of infantry over here. I think I need to bring back my halberds to reinforce my left flank. So we're going to bring them back real quick and then try to move into my front line. So, great swords, I want you to kind of push in a little bit. Free Company Militia, I know you're trying to hold. You're having a pretty interesting time of it. Let's move over here real quick. We can go right behind these enemies and really begin to damage a lot of them. My Free Company Militia alone are changing my left flank's battle and how it's all turning out. That's fantastic. I'm very happy with all of it. Let's go look over here. We're destroying a lot of these orc boys. I have them grouped up. Because of all my buffs, I feel like that's really the only reason why I'm going to be able to do well in this battle is because I have so many buffs right now. Luther Huss, I want you to move back. You've gone after their leader again. I don't know if he's going to come back. He might come back. He might rally and come back, and that would be unfortunate. But if it does happen, then I deal with it. Okay, Golden Dragoons, come over here. Hedgehogs, I want you to move away. I want you to come back over here. Halberds, I want you to come back over here too. We want to try to reinforce where they're hitting us very hard. And that's right over here. Now I want all my range units, all my archers to go after their archers. My artillery is destroying a lot of their enemies, or a lot of their ranks right now. Let's come over here and attack too. They've got nasty skulkers who have armor piercing damage. Huss, I want you to just kind of stay close by.
Quickly! They are wavering!
You hit what you can, friend. Okay? Now I'm shooting so many of my enemies right now. They're just falling apart. That's fantastic. We're able to win this battle because of the skill of arms that we have, because we're able to move in and reinforce our ranks, and because we used, well, the map against them. I had to. I was so heavily outnumbered, there was no way for me to win that otherwise. We're shooting the hell out of them now. Free Company Militia, if you want to come back and shoot more, please do. As for all of you, just move up if you want to. Go up and shoot whatever you want. They'll probably break again. That's what I want them to do. I've got another debuff for armor, if I want to use that. And I kind of do. Let's go after their shaman. I bet they're out of Winds of Magic. So Luther Huss is nearby. We're gonna buff up whatever we can. I'm gonna bring in whatever I can. They're holding position too, which is what I wanted them to do to begin with. The archers are falling apart. Let's see, I'm breaking so many of them now that they're all beginning to flee. Let's come back over here and kill some more orc boys. We got how many kills now? 73. Not like a grand amount, but enough to really make a difference. My Free Company militia, they're fighting orcs like crazy, but they're just shooting and shooting and shooting. I'm using guard mode to great effect right now. Let's move up over here where they can flee and we can also shoot at them. My range units are so important to my victories, man. They are so very important. I don't know if that fireball did any damage. Gelt has over 100 kills now, which is actually very good for early battles, but I'm not sure if that's going to scale well damage-wise. Okay, so you can see how the battle's going right now. We're holding against so many different orcs and foes that are currently charging at me, and we were able to win the battle outright. You can see where there's just a line of bodies, and that's such a good feeling whenever you play a Total War game, is when you look at what is going on, you're like, holy crap, we did it. Look at that line. Orcs everywhere, arrows everywhere, enemies dead everywhere. Okay, so we're gonna chase down a few of them. No more guard mode. We're gonna chase down just a wee bit of them. Here and there. I don't have too many mounted soldiers. In the future when I have knights, it'll change up. I've got such a cheap army, man. Such a cheap army, but I can't really afford much more without not having any money at all. There we go, keep on attacking. Come over here, let's go after more of them. Hope there's not too much friendly fire. Let me know if there is any friendly fire. There shouldn't be. I hope they're gonna be careful, but Pistoliers, Outriders, yeah, together they're able to chase down so many. If we can just get a few dozen more each and every time we fight them like that, we can do so much damage. Yeah, the Orc Air Boys are pretty sturdy. They can take a lot of damage. They're a tough lot. I love that they chase them down and they shoot them while they're chasing them all down. Yeah, that just gave me a lot more when it came to kills. All right, let's end the battle now. We did a pretty great job. We got a heroic victory. Ugrok Cracktooth did not win today. The Skull Smashers tribe, they're pretty much on their last knees here. Their last limbs, their last legs. But that's kind of how I was able to reinforce my lines. And I usually don't pull out a unit, but I saw that they weren't completely engaged. So it was a good call to pull them out so that they could go help out in the middle of my formation, or that would have broken. And because of all my buffs and enhancing army abilities, we were able to hold. I have so much armor right now, partially due to the rations. I had a feeling that I would need that. So we fought our quest battle. We fought the Orcs. We'll probably go after Grung Zent. We might need to replenish for one turn. Thanks to Huss, it won't take that much. We're going to take the money. Gain some extra money. I now have a new regiment of renown if I want to use it. I usually save those for like emergencies and whatnot. Okay, they won't be coming back. Might just need one turn to patch up. But that was a pretty good fight. Okay, let's go over the War Council stuff. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't even see that pop up. Shoot. What did I say yeah to? Okay, so Talabicklin likes me more, Ostermark and Hockland does not, so that was a new event. I'll have to find out what that was. I didn't know that was gonna pop up, and I was clicking over here to move a bit, but okay, let's go look at it. Evidently, I chose to support one of the Elector counts. This rebellion is a good opportunity to win over Talabicklin. We will offer Fjauerbach a company of Reichsguard for use in quelling dissent. Okay, so Talabicklin likes me more. Other factions do not like me as much now because of that. Ostermark is close to not liking me at all. Is that like a rebellion over here? I'm guessing so. I still need iron as well. Let me go look at every symbol real quick. Yeah, I guess they want me to wander around in their lands too. Let's go look over here, level 10. Quicksilver is level 12. That's my Pegasus, and that's going to be handy to have too. Yeah, I'll probably want to get that later. New formulations for more damage. I can get more melee defense. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to focus on my army for a little bit here. Now we have a lot more melee defense. I have a lot more armor and melee defense, so my line guys are going to be great. I'm going to give you, let me look at her quick. You know what? For now, take that so I can replenish. Oh no, that's really not working out. Okay, let's move back home and then I'll come back. That really didn't work out in my favor. Now it's okay. Now see, we're fine. I can patch up in 2 turns and be okay. Let me go look over here. I don't need new soldiers. I'm not fighting any major enemies right now. Let's go look at what else we want. That would be 200 more gold, which early on feels rather important. So I'm going to go grab that real quick. I still have a little bit of money. I'm going to need more for later. But that's a pretty good start. I think I'm going to destroy my growth. It's only 20, so I'm going to destroy that and get like a economic building at Ilhart instead. Or whatever else. Just whatever I can use to give me some more money. Okay, let's go after these guys again. I want to try to get more technology. Okay, he'll be back. He's wounded. So, War Council, my goal, go after Grungzent. Number 2, try to provoke Marienburg into attacking me. If that does not happen, I might just attack them if I can. I might not be able to. Then later, update my army with better units. I'm using very cheap units intentionally, 1 for a challenge and 2 to maintain my funds so I can improve Reichland. While we're here, while we're waiting, we can really grow quickly in Reichland. And the cool part is I don't have to worry about conquering the Empire. When they like me enough, they'll want to confederate, but it looks like they're able to stand on their own 2 feet a little bit more, which is nice. I mean, they're not just being kind of swept over. So leave a like and comment down below if you have any names for any units. Put them on my Discord channel, which is linked down below too. And if you want to check out my mod collection, it's linked down below in my video description. And as always, until then.